Classically trained Austrian singer JJ won the 69th Eurovision Song Contest in Switzerland on Saturday with Wasted Love, a song that combines operatic, multi-octave vocals with a techno-Israeli singer Yuval Raphael came second at an exuberant celebration of music and Unit Y that was shadowed by the Gaza war and rattled by discord over Israel's participation. JJ, whose full name is Johannes Pietschkammer, was Austria's third Eurovision winner, and the first since spirited drag queen Conchita Wurst in 2014. The 24-year-old countertenor, who sings at the Vienna State Opera, has called Wurstemann "This is beyond my wildest dreams. It's crazy," said the singer after being handed the microphone-shaped glass Eurovision trophy. JJ won after a nail-biting final that saw Raphael scoop up a massive public vote from her many fans for her anthemic New Day Will Rise. But she also faced protests from pro-Palestinian demonstrators calling for Israel to be kicked out of the contest over its conduct of the war against Hamas in Gaza. At a post-victory PRS conference, JJ said the message of his song about unrequited romance was that love is the strongest force on planet Earth, and love pursues. "Let's spread the love, guys," said JJ, who added that he was honored to be the first Eurovision champion with Filipino heritage, as well as a proudly queer. He said his message was acceptance and equality for everyone. Political leaders in Austria, which will host the contest next year, congratulated JJ on "What a great success, my warmest congratulations on winning ESC 2025. JJ is writing Austrian music history today." Chancellor Christian Stocker posted on the world's largest live music event, which has been uniting and dividing Europeans since 1956, reached its glitter-drenched conclusion with a grand final in Basel that offered pounding electropop, quirky rock and outrageous acts from 26 countries, trimmed from 37 entrants through 2 elimination semi-finals, performed to some 160 million viewers for the continent's pop crown. No smoke machine, jet of flame or dizzying light display was spared by musicians who had 3 minutes to win over millions of viewers who, along with national juries of music professionals, picked the winner. Estonia's Tommy Cash came third with his jokey mock Italian dance song Espresso Macchiato. Swedish Intrikaj, who had been favourite to win with Jonti Sana Ode Barabata Baschu, several highly praised singers who had been tipped to win fell short, including French Chanteuse Luen and soulful Dutch singer. The show was a celebration of Europe's eclectic, and sometimes baffling, musical tastes. Lithuanian band Katarsis delivered grunge rock, while Ukraine's Zifferblatt channeled prog rock and the UK's Remember Monday offered. Italy's Lucio Corsi evoked 1970s glam rock, while Icelandic duo Veb rapped about rowing. Latvia's 6-woman Tautomatus offered gorgeous, intertwined harmonies, and leather-clad Finn Erika Vikman belted out the innuendo-filled electro-p-ops. There were divas aplenty, including Spain's Melody, Poland's Justyna Steczkowska, participating in Eurovision for a second time after a 30-year gap, and Malta's outrageous Mariana Conti, who performed the saucy serving on a set including a glitter ball. And Dean Valetic, an expert on the history of Eurovision, said the competition has become more diverse over the years, and the days are gone when the key to winning was a catchy, innocuous pop song. An entry needs to be memorable and it needs to be authentic in order to succeed these days. This year's contest was roiled for a second year by disputes over Israel's participation. Raphael, a survivor of Hamas' October 7, 2023, attack on a music festival in southern Israel that triggered the Gaza war, was met by a mix of cheers and boos. Swiss broadcaster SRG-SSR said a man and woman were stopped as they tried to climb over a barrier to the stage at the end of her song. It said a crew member was hit by paint thrown by the pair. Raphael's team said she was left shaken and upset. Dozens of former Eurovision competitors, including last year's winner Nemo of Switzerland, have called for Israel to be excluded, and several of the broadcasters that fund Eurovision sought a review of the country's participation. The October 7 cross-border attacks by Hamas militants killed 1,200 people, and roughly 250 were taken hostage into Gaza. More than 52,800 people in Gaza have been killed in Israel's retaliatory offensive, according to the territory's health ministry. Pro-Palestinian and pro-Israel protests both took place in Basel, though on a much smaller scale than at last year's event in Sweden, where thousands marched in the streets and tensions spilled over backstage, leading to the expulsion of Dutch contestant Joost. Hundreds of people marched through Basel just before the competition, waving Palestinian flags and chanting "Boycott Israel." Earlier, a group of Israel supporters gathered in Basel's Cathedral Square to root for Raphael and to show that Jews belong in public spaces in Switzerland. Zurich resident Rebecca Lees. She said that it would be such a strong statement against anti-Semitism, if this is supposed to be about music, not about hate, she said. The European Broadcasting Union, or EBU, which runs Eurovision, tightened the contest's code of conduct this year, calling on participants to respect Eurovision's values of universality, diversity, equality and inclusivity and its political. Eurovision director Martin Green told reporters that the organizers' goal was to re-establish a sense of unity, calm and togetherness this year in a difficult world. He said all 37 national delegations have behaved impeccably.